أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي بمحمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam said, alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, there are two bounties that most people are tasted with: free time and health. Really, these two bounties, we are not taking care about them, but when we lost them, we found how much they are so expensive to us. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله: نعمتان مفتون فيهما كثير من الناس، الفراغ والصحة. الفراغ والصحة. With Islamic laws, we still with the issues of istibra, emptiness. The moisture which discharged by man during wooing and courtship is called madhi. It's called madhi. And yes, this madhi, it is tahir. This madhi is tahir. And so is the liquid which is seen after ejaculation. Number one, let's first explain the madhi. Madhi is when a husband and his wife are joining in a courtship and wooing together. They have just like kissing and something. There is a liquid comes out of the man. This liquid is called madhi. This liquid is called madhi. And madhi is not najis. It is tahir. It is tahir. And even doesn't need ghusl, definitely doesn't need ablution. Even it doesn't invalidate tahara. If you make wudu and you come to your wife and you see this liquid comes out of you, this liquid is what is tahir, is not invalidate your ablution. And so is the liquid which is seen after ejaculation. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Another liquid, definitely I told you last lecture that a man has 5 liquids. 5 liquids. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 5 type of liquids. Madhi, while they are wooing, and here we have after ejaculation. After ejaculation, this liquid we call it wadi. This liquid we call it what? Wadi. And this wadi, similarly, it is what? It is tahir. It is tahir. Exactly. The liquid which at times comes out of after urine. And there is another liquid, this is number 3, which comes after urine. After urine. At times comes after urine, is called wadi. Wadi. Look, we have madhi, wadi, and wadi. And this liquid is also tahir. This liquid is also tahir if urine has not reached it. If urine has not reached to it. We have 3 liquids. Number 1, we call it what? We call it madhi. This is before ejaculation. Before ejaculation, when a male came to his wife and wooing, kissing, touching each other, this liquid comes out of the male, and this liquid is what we call it madhi, and it is tahar. It doesn't invalidate tahar. Number two, wadi. Wadi, which comes after what? After ejaculation. After ejaculation. This wadi also it is what? Also it is tahar. Also it is tahar. And number three, the wadi. Wadi, which comes after what? After urine. After urine. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. And this wadi is what? Is also tahir and doesn't need what? Doesn't need tahara. Called wadi, and it is tahir if urine has not reached it. Definitely there is condition wadi without touching or without contacting the urine, it is tahir. If a person performs istibra after urinating, look, this is the benefit of istibra. If a person performs istibra after urinating and then discharges liquid, doubting whether it is urine or one of the above mentioned three, whether it is urine or whether it is madhi, wadi or wadi. Here we have doubt. Pay attention. Here we have a doubt, not sure. If you are sure, that means if you are sure this is a urine, it is najis. It is najis, and you need to perform your tahara. But here, after urinating, then discharge liquid, and I don't know what is this liquid, either wadi or madhi, or urine. That liquid is tahir. Number one, that liquid is what? Tahir. Do I need to investigate? Do I need to investigate? No, I don't need to investigate. Yes, sir?
Because I made istibra.
Definitely, I already made istibra, and I'm doubting, I'm not sure. Two things. Number one, I made istibra. Number two, I am doubting, I'm not sure of this liquid. And is there need for investigation? There is no need for investigation. Yes. Yes. You have the mic, please. Turn it off. Turn it on, please. About what? Wadi. Yes. Exactly. After. No, I'm not talking about ghusl. I'm talking about ejaculation. After ejaculation, all right. Then I made, for example, istibra by urine. Definitely the istibra of semen is by urine. If there is some drops of semen in the urinary passage, it will be pushed out by what? By urine. Then I made what? I made istibra of urine by urine. I made istibra from urine. After that, I see what? I see this madhi. This wadi. This wadi is tahir. Okay? Any question? Another question? Issue number 75. If a person doubts whether he has performed istibra or not, For example, he used to make istibra, but now he is doubting. Did he make istibra or not in this case? And then discharge a liquid, but which he is not sure whether it is tahir or not. Now he has a doubt about istibra, and now he has what? He has a liquid, and he doesn't know this liquid, either it is tahir or not. That liquid will be deemed mutanajjis. That liquid will be deemed mutanajjis. Why?
Because we lack one condition of Mikatah, which is the istibra.
Uh-huh. Yes, because he hasn't made istibra. How do you be sure that he doesn't make? He has a doubt. Definitely, if he is doubt about what? About making istibra. But he is sure that he wasn't making istibra. This is qa'idat al-istishab. Have you forgot it? Good, great. This moisture is mutanajjis, and if he has performed wudu, it becomes void. That means after he made wudu, he discharged this liquid, and he is doubting whether this moisture is, he's doubting whether he has performed istibra or not. Whether he had made istibra or not. This wudu is what? This wudu is void. However, if he doubts whether he performed the istibra correctly or not, now he is not doubting about the istibra. He's sure that he made istibra. But the problem is that he made istibra in a correct way or in a wrong way. This is the doubt. And a liquid is discharged about which he is not sure whether this liquid is tahir or not. That liquid will be tahir. That liquid will be tahir. Why? Because he already made istibra. But he is doubting of what? The way of istibra. Is the istibra thoroughly or not? And it will be invalidate the wudu. Issue number 76. If a person performs istibra and also performs wudu, he performs istibra and also performs what? And also performs wudu. And if after wudu he sees a liquid, if after wudu he sees what? A liquid discharged. This person, he made istibra and also performs wudu, and after wudu he sees a liquid discharged, of which he knows that it is either urine or semen. Look, now this moisture, he knows, he's not doubting. وَيَعْرِفْ. He knows that this discharge, this moisture is either urine or semen. Not madhi, wadi or wadi. No. It will be obligatory upon him to do ghusl, number one, together with wudu. Together with wudu. Why ghusl and wudu? Because if he made ghusl, and if that moisture is urine, ghusl is not enough, because tahara from urine is what? By wudu. By wudu. If he made only ablution, only wudu, and maybe that moisture is what? Is semen. In this case, ablution, it doesn't work right here. He needs a ghusl. So in order to work thoroughly, to act in a good way, to achieve the proper tahara, here you have to do together ghusl and wudu. Ghusl and wudu. If it is semen, you have done ghusl. If it is urine, you have done what? You have done ablution together with wudu. But if he had not done wudu after istibra, if he had not done wudu after istibra, then wudu alone will be sufficient. Then wudu will be sufficient. This person, in case he had done wudu after istibra, he made istibra, and then make ablution, then wudu alone will be sufficient. Wudu, because he is, now we are sure that this is not semen. We are sure that this moisture is not what? Is not semen. Why? Because he made istibra. So wudu will be suffice. Issue number 77. When enough time has lapsed since urinating, after urinating, maybe 5 minutes, 3 minutes later on, and one becomes, or more, when one becomes sure that no urine is left in the urinary passage, and he is sure, don't forget the advice of Imam al-Sadiq. When you go in latrine or in WC, you make, after urinary, you have to cough 3 times, okay, in order to make sure that the urinary passage is what? Is empty of the urine. This is a good way, in addition to istibra. This person is sitting for a while in WC, and after a while he is sure that there is what? There is no urine in the urinary passage, and one becomes sure that no urine is left in the urinary passage, and then he sees some liquid. Don't forget, he was sure because there is sometimes passed away, sometimes lapsed since he urinated, and now he is sure there is no urine is left in the urinary passage, and then he sees some liquid. Doubting whether it is tahir or not. Now he sees some liquid and he is doubting whether this liquid is tahir or not. He will consider it as tahir. But pay attention, there must be what? A lapsed time, enough time to be sure that there is no what? There is no drops of urine in urinary passage. That then he saw this moisture and he is doubting whether this moisture is tahir or not. He will consider this moisture as what? As tahir. Even if he had not done istibra. If he has wudu, it will be valid. This is very important. You have a question? No question? Good. Since you are good with this issue, I'm going to go to the other issue, number 78. Istibra is not meant for women. According to Sayyid Sistani, istibra is not meant for women. And if she sees any liquid and she doubts whether it is urine, that liquid is tahir. And it will not invalidate wudu and ghusl. and it will not invalidate wudu and ghusl. Definitely this liquid, when it will be after urine, okay, not after sexual intercourse. Definitely after sexual intercourse, it may be the semen. If the semen, even if she has making her ghusl and the semen comes out, this is what? This is janaba. She has to go back and to have ghusl. Now, recommended and disapproved acts. Issue number 79. It is mustahab that a person sitting for relieving himself sits at a place where no one would see him. No one would see him. And enters the toilet with his left foot forward and comes out with his right foot. It is also mustahab to cover one's head. It is also mustahab to cover one's head and to place one's weight on the left foot, and to place one's weight on the left foot, and to let the right foot open a little bit. These are the recommended acts. Maybe I mis-explained it before. I said it is to make the weight on the right. No, it should be on the left.
You said on the left.
I said on the left? Good. Great. Issue number 80. It is makruh to face the sun or the moon while relieving oneself. But if a person manages to cover his private parts, it will not be makruh. That means if you are uncovered your private parts and you are facing the sun or the moon, it is makruh. It is makruh. But if you cover your private part facing sun or facing the moon, it doesn't matter. Moreover, it is makruh to sit urinating, etc., facing the wind. It is makruh while you are urinating facing the wind, or on the road side. It is also makruh. Or in lanes also it is makruh. Or in front of the doors of a house. It is makruh. Or under the shade of the fruit yielding tree. Under the shade of the fruit of the yielding tree. It is also makruh to urinate there. It is also makruh to eat while relieving oneself. While you are relieving yourself, it is what? It is makruh. Or take longer than usual time to stay in WC or to relieve yourself, and take more than usual time, it is makruh. I think one of the specialists, he told me that if he sits taking relief while he is relieving himself, taking a long time, that will make I don't know what it's idiom, medical idiom, but in Arabic they call it bawasir. It will make for him this ailment. Or take longer than usual time, or to wash oneself with the right hand. To use your right hand to wash yourself, it is also makruh, even if you used to use your right hand, but while you are washing yourself, you should use what? You should use the left hand. Talking is also makruh. While you are relieving yourself, talking is also makruh unless it is necessary. Unless there is a necessity to talk, doesn't matter. To utter words remembering Allah is not makruh. To utter words remembering Allah, just like tasbih, subhanallah, mashallah, bismillah, it is good, it is not makruh. Why? I told you before, Musa alayhi salam, he was talking to Allah and he said, oh my God, there are sometimes some places I don't want to mention your name. I hate to praise you in these places, in these times, just like when I am having sexual intercourse with my wife, or while I'm relieving myself, I hate to mention your name or praise you. While the response of Allah, the reply of Allah, it was like this: O Musa, mention my name anyway, anywhere, it will be good. يا موسى اذكرني على كل حال فإن ذكري حسن. يا موسى اذكرني على كل حال فإن ذكري حسن. يا إلهي حتى لو في التواليت، حتى لو أنا جاي ويا زوجتي، حتى لو في التواليت، حتى لو أنت ويا زوجتك، doesn't matter. Issue number 81. It is makruh to urinate while standing. If you are urinating while standing, it was one of the infallible imams, maybe the Prophet himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, just like a donkey. It is makruh to urinate while standing or on a hard earth. On a hard earth, yes, because when you are urinating on this, the drops of urinate will be what? Will splashes everywhere, maybe to your clothes, to your body. Or in the burrows of animals, جحور الحيوانات. You cannot urinate there. It is makruh. Or in a stationary water. Or in a stationary water, it is also makruh. It is also makruh. Issue number 82. It is makruh to suppress or constrain one's urge for urine or excretion, and if it is injurious to one's health, it will become what? It will become haram. Somebody suppresses or constrain what? His urine. He said, yes, I can control myself, but it is makruh, because it will cause you some effects, some ailments in the future. And if this causes some injury to you, that will be haram. The makruh will be raised into, it will be haram. يعني نقول اللي يحصر نفسه وهو بحاجة إلى أن يروح أن يتبول، عز الله السامع، وهو يحصر نفسه، نقول هذا مكروه الفعل. أما إذا هذا الأمر أدى إلى أذيته، المثانة مالته وكذا، فهذا يكون حرام بعد عليه. Issue number 83. It is mustahab to urinate before salah. Before salah, it is mustahab to urinate. Before retiring to sleep, also it is mustahab before you go to bed. Before sexual intercourse, it is also mustahab before sexual course. And after ejaculation, even with one drop. Even with one drop. Why? In order to be sure that the urinary passage is what? Is empty of semen. Impure things. Issue number 84. The following 10 things are essentially mutanajjis. Here, I'd like to say, what is the difference between essential things and what is the difference between the mutanajjis? The essential thing itself is najis. Itself is najis. And we cannot make it tahir unless we change it to something else. Like what? Like a dog. Like a pig, like a urine, like semen, like blood. These are like kafir. These are essential najasa. If we take a dog and we put it where? In a salty marsh. Salty marsh. Okay? يعني في بحيرة مع الملح. And this dog completely turned to be what? Completely turned to salt. In this time, it becomes what? It becomes tahir. It becomes tahir. But I cannot wash the dog, even with soap, with shampoo, with any things which make it clean. But it is still what? It is still essential najasa. It is still essential najasa. This is the essential najasa. How about mutanajjis? Mutanajjis thing. Mutanajjis thing, it was originally what? It was originally tahir. It was originally tahir. Just like my garment, my abaya. It is tahir. It is tahir now. But if it contacts to urine, to blood, it becomes what? It becomes mutanajjis. It becomes mutanajjis. Can I make it tahir? Yes. By washing it with water, it will come back tahir again. It will be come back tahir again. Not like the essential najasa. The essential najasa, I need to change it into something different. Physically into something different. Yes. What are the 10 things which are essentially mutanajjis? Sorry, essentially najis, not mutanajjis. If you write it, please make it najis, not mutanajjis. Make it najis. Essentially najis, not mutanajjis, because I explain what is the difference. Here we have urine. Urine itself, it is najas. It couldn't be mutanajjis. That means if urine contacts blood, it will be mutanajjis. It is mutanajjis itself. Feces, semen, deceased, الميت, blood, dog, pig, kafir, alcoholic liquors. Alcoholic liquors. And number 10, the sweat of an animal who persistently eats najasa. Who persistently eats najasa. Inshallah, we will discuss all of these. الحيوان الجلال. آخر شيء الحيوان الجلال. Issue number 85. We are going to detail of this issue. Urine and feces of the following living beings are what? Are najis or mutanajjis? Najis, great. Good. You are so good. Are najis. Urine and feces of the following living beings are najis. Human beings, number one. Human beings, me and you. Animals, all animals? No. Animals whose meat is haram to eat. Animals whose meat is haram to eat, just like a lion, an eagle, a snake. Those meat is haram to eat. For that, their feces, their urine is what? Is najis. Good. And whose blood gushes out forcibly, and also the animal whose blood, when we cut it, whose blood will gush out forcibly. يعني when we slaughter this animal, the blood gushes out forcibly, not like a snake, not like a lizard, not like a fish. Those animals, when we cut off their heads, their blood is not going out forcibly, not gush out forcibly. I want just to differentiate between the blood gush out forcibly and not. But still, the meat of a snake, of a lizard, okay, is still what? It still is haram to consume. Animals whose meat is haram to eat and whose blood gushes out forcibly when its large vein is slit. When its large vein is slit. Large vein, you know, الوريد مالت ينقطع. Jugular. And the excretion of the animals who are haram to eat, but its blood does not gush forth forcibly when killed, like haram fish. What is haram fish? What is haram fish? Just like a shark. Okay? Just like a shark. All right. Yes. The excretion of those animals who are haram to eat, but its blood does not gush forth forcibly when killed, like haram fish, is tahir. Their excretion is what? Is tahir. It is tahir. It is not najis. It is not najis. Similarly, it means the excretion is tahir, droppings of mosquito. Droppings of mosquitoes. And flies, the dropping of flies are tahir too. Of course, the urine of an animal, we finished the excretion. We finished the excretion, the feces. Now we're going to talk about the urine. The urine of an animal whose meat is haram should be avoided as per obligatory precaution. The urine of the animals whose meat is haram to consume should be avoided as per obligatory precaution, even if its blood does not gush forth when killed. Even if its blood does not gush forth when killed. So the urine of such animals whose meat is haram to eat, even the urine should be avoided as what? Not as a verdict, not as a fatwa, but as an obligatory precaution. As an obligatory precaution. Like what? Cat. Cat. Its meat is haram to what? Its meat is haram to eat, to consume. But its urine should be avoided as an obligatory precaution. Issue number 86. The urine and the droppings of those birds which are haram to eat, eagle, falcon, even if their meat is haram originally, like a pat and so on, is tahir. Sometimes this bird, its meat is not haram to eat, but the droppings are haram. And yes, like if their meat is originally haram to eat, like a pat, their droppings is what? Their droppings is tahir. Yes. But it is better to avoid them as a recommended precaution, to avoid them. Not like those whose meat is haram incidentally. Not like those whose meat is haram incidentally. Like what? Like that which has got used to consume human feces. Like a haywan jalal, like a chicken or a cow or sheep. They used to eat the feces of the human beings. They used to eat the human beings. Their urine, their feces is what? Is najis. Their urine and feces is najis. Yes, last issue. Issue number 87. The urine and excretion of an animal who subsists on najasa. He used to eat this najasa. And of a goat who was nursed by a pig. Goat, you know what means goat? Ma'za. Who used to what? To drink the suck. It sucks the milk of what? Of a pig. And of a quadruped who has been defiled by a human being. Sometimes, na'udhu billah, some people, they have sexual intercourse with a sheep, with a cow. These animals becomes what? Becomes najis. These animals becomes najis. And of a quadrupeds who has been defiled by a human beings are mutanajjis. Their urine and excretion are what? Are mutanajjis. Semen, inshallah, we'll take it next lecture. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم.